So the nominations for Best Actress in a Leading Role is Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Karla Sofía Gascón for Emilia Perez, Mikey Madison for Anora, Demi Moore for The Substance, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. And this is super funny because Ty and I had a huge debate about this when the movie came out and when we did our review of it. So if you want to check it out, go look at our review for Wicked, because we were trying to decide, okay, Wicked, who's the leading actress? Is it Cynthia Erivo or Ariana Grande? And which one
Cynthia Erivo.
deserve an Oscar based upon the both of them? And I was like, I would love for them both to win, right? But it was like, well, Ariana Grande is not really supporting because the story is really about her too. Like if you compare their screen times, it's probably almost equal.
Mm.
And so I was like, and I'll be curious to see who the Oscar goes to, like if they'll be going against each other for lead actress in a leading role. And for Ty, he's like, if they're going against each other, my choice is Cynthia Erivo. And I was like, well, my choice is Ariana Grande. Cynthia second, but like I would choose her because when I was watching Wicked, I got to see it with my little brother, and to me, Ariana Grande made me want to stay there and watch the entire movie because she
Mm.
was so captivating, so hilarious in a way that I was not expecting. And I like that. I didn't enjoy myself in a movie more than Wicked. That was the most enjoyable movie I had seen all year. But I guess it kind of worked out in my favor because they both ended up getting nominated in different categories. So for me, best performance by an actress in a leading role, it's far and away for me Cynthia Erivo in Wicked. I think she was phenomenal, and I'm including her vocal performance because what I was not expecting, I wasn't expecting to be more captivated by Ariana Grande's acting and then be more captivated by Cynthia Erivo's voice. Because I already knew Ariana Grande could sing, obviously, we all do. But I didn't know the way Cynthia Erivo could sing. And the way that they stylized it, I feel like the director, he made it so that Ariana Grande could really shine in acting. And Cynthia Erivo shined in acting as well, like especially that scene where she's just silently doing her dance moves. That was super powerful. But they let Cynthia Erivo's voice shine and really overshadow Ariana Grande's. Like I don't really remember the songs that Ariana Grande did, but like Defying Gravity is on all of my playlists because the way Cynthia Erivo hit those notes at the end, I'm like, you just defied gravity with your voice. That's the only way to explain it right there. So taking all of that into account, she is the best performance by an actress that I have seen this entire year. I do not have a snub. I feel like she is deserving of it, and I think I actually kind of think she will win based upon the competition and the way Wicked was kind of the only blockbuster, and also there is a lot more controversy surrounding Karla and Emilia Perez, and like I said, Wicked is just ended up being a bigger movie, so I think by popularity standards, I think she will end up winning. Like if I had to bet money, I would say that she will end up winning. But I also do want her to win because that was my favorite performance that I saw this year by an actress.
So it's well and good that we disagreed. It doesn't matter though. This is the category I feel most passionately about,
Uh-huh.
and it's because the correct answer is Demi Moore in The Substance. I feel that I will take that to my grave. She that that movie was made for her. Like as a woman who has been in the industry for such a long time, for a movie to be about a sub, like there is no more perfect casting than Demi in that role, for a movie that is so much about beauty standards for women and aging. Demi Moore was the correct choice in a world that is moving on past her. The need to feel relevant. I'm not going to spoil the movie. Absolutely go watch it. It was incredible. I loved it. And it was her performance that made it. If any other actress were there, it would not have been quite as special. She had to be there, and she made it like 10 times better because she was. And spoiler for supporting actress, being across from Margaret Qualley, uh, she was also perfect in their roles. And for such a small cast of a film, being mostly the two of them and their butting heads,
Conflict, I guess. I don't know if that's the right
their
word.
yeah, their conflict without necessarily always being in the same room at the same time is so intense. There's a certain scene that they're kind of seeing each other at the same time without being in the same room. And it's so perfect. And Demi just she acts her butt off in it, man. Like it's so good and it drives the point home so strongly that I cannot choose an like it was one of those roles that I see it and it's like you will forever be defined by this role to me. And I think she already got recognition for it in another
She won a
um
Golden Globe, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Mhm. And one,
Yes.
I was super surprised. She said that she's been acting obviously for 45 years. She said this was her first time winning any kind of award. Like she hasn't won an
Mhm.
Oscar or a Golden Globe before. And I was like, really? Demi Moore? Demi Moore from the movie with Tom Hanks and from way back in I can't remember the name of it right now, but the one where it's like, I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Like she did that,
Uh,
way back then.
yeah.
And I'm like, that actress has never won anything?
Yeah, she's incredible. She herself is worth seeing the substance for. Even if the rest of the movie doesn't interest you, she's worth it.
Not Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise. That's why it was so confusing. Tom Cruise.
A few good men.
A Few Good Men. Yes,
There we go.
thank
Yeah.
you. Ah,
Yes. The Substance is on my, it's like the highest on my list of ones that I have to see. I just know I'm gonna love it. So I really, really hope that she wins the Best Actress award this year. But I do think I'm gonna say Mia Goth was a snub for Maxine. Um,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. All the three of those movies,
Mhm.
X, Pearl, Maxine, her performance is just insane. Like the way she emotes all of her feelings and can go from like extreme to nothing. And like in the blink of an eye, it's super amazing, I think. Loved her in that. And then Maxine, well, she plays an actress. And so I think when you see like that, what goes into being an actress and playing an actress, it just kind of brings you back to it zooms out and you're like, oh, well, this is what they really have to do. And I think like it she really shined in that way.
Yeah, she should also have been nominated just for the trilogy as a whole because her like you guys were saying before, she's just such a part of what makes those movies so great, I think. Like those movies would not work the same without her as you guys said. Like I know this isn't current for the current film, but I also think she should have just been nominated for Pearl outright because that scene where she gives that monologue is just one of the best pieces of acting I've seen in recent years. So I
Hmm.
just wanted to
Yeah,
I think that's a hard role to do as well. I always think like being an actress playing a role is like 2 degrees of like separation to like make believable. I always find like interesting to watch actors and actresses like try to perform. And I agree. I think she did a really good job in Maxine, along with those other movies. Like for me, Pearl especially, I thought
hmm,
she was so stand out. Like it's
yes,
just she was so incredible. I think kind of similarly, like she just makes those movies. I don't think they would have been quite as special without her. And I'm glad
absolutely.
that she got the chance to have this like unofficial trilogy kind of centered around her and be
Hmm.
able to like explore those different roles in each.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have nominated Zendaya for both Dune and or Challengers. And
Mhm.
obviously my pick would be Dune because I feel more attached to Chani as a character than I do to her character in Challengers. But
mhm.
I think her performance in both of those movies is just so nuanced, like especially in Challengers because maybe not especially, but I'm going to talk specifically about Challengers because it's a movie that just goes across time in such a non-linear fashion, of course. And even though you're following this story in a non-linear manner, you still see, much like to me in Dune and stuff, you still see her progression, like her slow, gradual transformation from point A to point B at the end of the movie. And there were times when I felt like I had trouble relating to her character and connecting with her character less so than the male leads in that film. Because just because of just because of some of the complexities of her character. But I still think her performance was just so top notch and just so multi-layered. And I just think that she should have been nominated for it because she just does such a phenomenal job.